I'm not going to invite the children to come to the front this morning. Oh. Are you actually coming to see me, Evie? Let me tell you what I was going to do. Come see me. Come on. Come on. Thanks for coming down. I love your dress, too. And Celine, too. Oh, that's so great. You know, the last time I was here, apparently the children don't love me anymore and they didn't want to come to the front. Yeah, that's what happened. And I wasn't going to invite kids to the front this morning just because, well, first of all, apparently they don't love me anymore. But also because I was afraid that adults would remember and they'd all come to the front. Actually, now that I'm looking around the room, I see I had absolutely nothing to worry about. But I got to talk to you about something really important. But before we do, I have to tell you about two other really important things first, right? Because when we're learning together, we're also learning about what's going on with each other. And so one of those things is we had lots of birthdays this week. And we had Charlotte and Wesley in Ponoka both had birthdays this week, and now they're practically teenagers. 11 is almost a teenager, right? I think. Practically teenagers, which is great. And lots of other very young people had birthdays this week, like Ken Waldron. And Irene, I believe you also had a birthday just recently. And Irene is still very young, as is... Who else had a birthday? Celine had a birthday too. How old are you? That many. She's 25? Yeah, okay. Feels like it sometimes, doesn't it? Okay, we'll settle for one, but we're on our way to 25, right? Yeah, right? Yeah, that's awesome. Lots of birthdays, so we best sing the birthday song. Or happy birthday, wherever we are, whichever one you know. Happy birthday to you, oh happy birthday to you. May you feel Jesus near every day of the year. Oh happy birthday to you, oh happy birthday to you. Have the best year you've ever had. Amen. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's so great. That's so great because we got, Celine's one and Irene is not. So we've got and everything in between too. So the other thing that I wasn't going to actually say anything because I'm sure I'm going to get it wrong, but since Jackie's here, I thought we'd embarrass her. Okay. Jackie is receiving an award. Jackie Northey is receiving a Queen Elizabeth II Platinum Jubilee Award. So yeah, if you can make the camera point at Jackie too so that she'll be... See, I don't want anyone to think I'm being mean. I don't want anyone to think I'm being mean because Jackie hates attention. But the thing is, Jackie hates attention because she's always doing the behind-the-scenes stuff, which is why she's receiving this award in the first place, is all of the community building stuff that she does, I'm guessing. The many children she has had, and their many children. And... But so much work that gets done that you might not even see because Jackie's not really quick to point out that she did it. And I think, I do this sometimes. I point out people and say, if you're looking for an example of Jesus to follow, hello, they're all around us. So congratulations to Jackie. Very deserving, and when you go on, I think it's Tuesday, to receive it, be sure to wear your medals. Never mind, we talked about it. Your decorations, yes, okay. Be still. It's hard, isn't it? Especially because we were just having a good time. It's hard to be still. Is it hard to be still, Evie? Yes, it is. Especially when you're little because you want to be curious. You want to find out stuff. You want to go and play with the boat, which is way more interesting than this guy talking. It is. There's times, though, when we all need to just take a moment and be still, isn't there? And we want to be still for a couple of reasons. One is we might want to have a nap. Or not. So rest is a good reason for being still. Another really good reason for being still, though, is to listen. When we're still and we're quiet, we can hear what's going on around us. Very much so. Right? Yeah? And we sometimes hear these stories. There's these stories about, like, we're going to hear a story today about how Jesus calms the storm when the disciples are out in a boat at sea, and Jesus calms the storm. And however you hear that story, it's a reminder of what can be heard in the stillness, right? Sometimes when we find ourselves really super busy or things are going on around us and we just need a moment to be calm, either to rest or to listen. And those moments are really super important. And there's a really super important one of those moments this week because Friday is Orange Shirt Day, which is very definitely a good day to be still and listen because there are stories that need to be shared. And the point of the day, which I gather we now are supposed to refer to as the National Day of Truth and Reconciliation, which is great, but don't forget it started with a story this day, right? A story we've told before, but it's the story of Phyllis Webstead and her orange shirt. That's why it's called Orange Shirt Day, right? So it began with a story and listening to that story. So it's maybe an opportunity to be still on Friday. Not right now, obviously, right? But on Friday. You're going to be still on Friday? You'll be still on Friday? Yeah? Yeah. No? Okay. They need to watch E.T., obviously. Okay. Be still and listen is the point. Sometimes we just think it's just for rest, but it's not. It's to listen to not just the stories, but the world around you. Because it's God is speaking in every moment, but we tend to only listen for God when we need to, like when the storms are raging and we're in trouble and we need something. But there are moments at all times to just be still and listen for God. One of those times is not right now. And it definitely isn't, because we're going to sing now too. Listen while you sing. Thanks, guys.